of the nation's best savings rates. From anywhere, like here, or here,
or here.
One of the nation's best savings rates. Opened online, at a Capital One location, or from anywhere. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
For consumers only. Offered by Capital One N.A. member FDIC. Copyright 2018 Capital One.
Introducing the Bear Country Podcast Network, a way for you to catch up on everything Bear. Hear the latest Sam and Dave on sports, Good News Live, the week that was, and live interviews and concert performances from singers, songwriters, and bands visiting the Church of Country and Americana. And all of our live sports broadcasts archived so you can listen to the Jersey Shore Bulldog or Blockhaven Bald Eagle football game when you want to. Go to bear999.com and click the tab on the homepage to become part of the Bear Country Podcast Network.
This is Doug Spatafor, Lock Haven University Director of Athletic Communications and Marketing, and you're listening to LHU Athletics on the Bear Country Sports Network, the official radio partner of Haven Athletics. Be sure to tune in all year long as we bring you a great lineup of games, matches, and more.
We're here at Charlotte Smith Field on this Sunday afternoon. Lock Haven against Long Island in a non-conference matchup on the Bear Country Sports Network. Sam Cooperman joining you, giving you two teams that are coming off of Friday overtime performances. Lock Haven pulled out a 2-1 victory at home over Richmond to move to 2-0 in the Atlantic 10. Meanwhile, Long Island, a newly formed Division I team. It was Long Island, Brooklyn, and LIU Post. LIU Post was a D2 team, but now these schools have merged, and it's one Division I program, and the newly named Sharks come to Charlotte Smith Field trying to bounce back from Friday's 2-1 OT loss at St. Francis. Give you starting lineups and get you ready for the start of today's action here, which is going to begin in about 10 minutes. Lock Haven comes into this one with a 4-4 overall record, and that aforementioned 2-0 A10 record, which came with wins over Davidson here last week in a shootout, and then Friday that Richmond victory. Lock Haven begins with Pravneet Basra, Kyla Brathwaite, Mackenzie Farley, Emily Robb, Jasmine Palma, who had the game winner against Richmond. The talented freshman leads the team with 3 goals and 2 assists. Karina Long, Neve Sexton, Katie Soupy, Amy Stevens, as well as Taylor Plouse and the goalkeeper, Joaquina Orlandini. For the visiting LIU Sharks, coached by 17th-year head coach Renee Savin, and it's her first year coaching Division I, as she was the longtime coach of the Division II LIU Post team. Her squad is very young, as you imagine when you start a Division I program. A lot of freshmen coming in trying to play at that level, and a lot of the starting lineup is composed of freshmen and or first-time Division I players. Alexis Ruiz, Michaela Zabicki, Jonah Klein-Holt, as well as Sammy Bell, the team's leading shooter. She's taken 32 shots through 6 games where her team is 1-5, 2 goals, 2 assists for the junior from the UK. Rachel Valiz, the captain, junior goalkeeper from Wayne, New Jersey. Sarah Olton, as well as her sister Caitlin Olton, both freshmen from Trinidad and Tobago. Taylor Brodsky, senior midfielder. That's the lone senior that's in the starting lineup for Coach Savin's squad. Also, Emma Brackmans. Emma Brackmans, sophomore from Belgium, getting a start. Mishka Van Rooyen, sophomore from Crofton, Maryland. And Felicia King, a freshman also from Trinidad for the LIU Sharks. Teams coming out to midfield here at Charlotte Smith Field, and we'll get ready on this slick surface for some field hockey as the officials in front of them come out to center field, and we'll announce the starters here, do an anthem, and then we'll get this one started. Lock Haven 4-4, 2-0 in A10 play, LIU 1-5, and is yet to start Northeast Conference play, and they won't until after next week. Sunday is their next contest, and they go back to the Keystone State, a little closer to home, though, at Lehigh on Sunday. Lock Haven donning the home whites with the gray lettering and numbering, the crimson bottoms, and then the white socks. LIU is the baby blues, the road jerseys with the gold lettering and numbering amidst the sunshine. That's going to be quite easy to read, and the baby blue socks for Coach Savin's squad. We're going to take a quick break, come back for the beginning of the first quarter. LIU comes to Lock Haven, and LHU tries to win a 3rd straight game. Field hockey coming your way on the Bear Country Sports Network, your home for LHU athletics.
Touchdown in your new home from Ridgecrest Home Sales. Hi, I'm Karen Weller, owner of Ridgecrest Home Sales. We're passing out some great deals for your new manufactured or modular home. Take advantage of our 100% completion service and let Ridgecrest do it all for you. Planning on building now through spring 2020? Sign contract by November 30th and get $2,500 off any new multi-sectional home. Don't fumble your opportunity to save big. Stop by 11049 North Eagle Valley Road or visit our WOW page at ridgecresthomesales.com. Go Eagles!
It's time to live pain-free. Visit Chapel Physical Therapy in Mill Hall for unmatched one-on-one care. Whether your goal is to return to high-level athletics, work, running, cycling, lifting your child, climbing your stairs, or simply bending over without pain, Chapel Physical Therapy will get you out there stronger and faster. Call 570-726-0331 today. Achieve your goals and live pain-free with the help of Chapel Physical Therapy. 7127 Nittany Valley Drive, Mill Hall.
Knox Country 360.
We got Mickey Jack Cones in the studio.
Very excited about this one.
Me and Mickey go back a long ways, man. I'm excited to have him here. He'll be our first guest. It's kind of a tripod of things, you know.
Tripod.
Yeah, I guess.
I'll have what she's having.
Why does everybody got to make fun of me?
You make it so easy.
Welcome to my world.
Knox Country 360.
Tonight at 9, tomorrow morning at 8, WQBR.
Imagining a better bank starts with looking at the savings rates most banks offer and saying, really? Capital One is building something better. You can open a Capital One savings account with one of the nation's best savings rates from anywhere, like here, or here, or here. One of the nation's best savings rates. Opened online, at a Capital One location, or from anywhere. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
For consumers only. Offered by Capital One N.A. member FDIC. Copyright 2018 Capital One.
Introducing the Bear Country Podcast Network, a way for you to catch up on everything Bear. Hear the latest Sam and Dave on sports, Good News Live, the week that was, and live interviews and concert performances from singers, songwriters, and bands visiting the Church of Country and Americana. And all of our live sports broadcasts archived so you can listen to the Jersey Shore Bulldog or Blockhaven Bald Eagle football game when you want to. Go to bear999.com and click the tab on the homepage to become part of the Bear Country Podcast Network.
Lock Haven University, unrivaled in quality, affordability, and value. At the Haven, you are uniquely you. With real-world experience in your major as early as your freshman year, you'll unlock a world of opportunities alongside our experienced faculty who know your name. There is plenty to do, all while providing outstanding academic programs and a culture where learning is always the priority. For more information on how you can soar higher at the Haven, visit lockhaven.edu.
We are back from Charlotte Smith Field. Sam Cooperman joining you as Lock Haven and Long Island get set to take the field for this non-conference affair. Both teams coming in after Friday games. Lock Haven with a victory Friday in overtime, and Long Island coming off a tough 2-1 overtime loss at St. Francis just a couple hours west of here. Lock Haven back on its home field, and next week has a tough contest. Friday at number 11 St. Joe's, typically the top dog in the Atlantic 10 Conference. Lock Haven trying to pick up a little momentum heading into that one, where St. Joe's typically the best team in the conference. We'll take you throughout today's broadcast around the Atlantic 10 as we get going here from Charlotte Smith Field. Teams coming out to the field, 15 minutes put on the scoreboard, and we're set for this one. Lock Haven, in 4 of its last 5 games, has gone to overtime. 4 of its last 5, Lock Haven 2-2 in those, and a lot of those have come with shootouts. Lock Haven's had a couple shootouts, and both games I've broadcast here thus far have been shootouts, so we've seen a lot of those. For coaches, imagine that's a really tough situation to navigate when you just want your team to put it away a lot earlier and then having to figure things out as the slate goes along is not easy. Field hockey here at Charlotte Smith Field. Teams break their respective huddles. Lock Haven, the home whites, and Long Island, the road baby blues, for some non-conference action on this Sunday. Take you around the conference as mentioned as far as the games going on today. Usually a Friday-Sunday league here, and right at the end of September, we'll continue that trend, and we're set to start here from Lock Haven. Other action today, VCU at St. Louis, about to get started there. Davidson goes non-conference, playing host to Miami, Ohio. And also today, UMass, the home team against Richmond, having to battle back from Friday's loss here at Lock Haven. That's a long trip, having to go up to Amherst right after losing here. Not easy. App State hosting LaSalle, so LaSalle takes a road contest at App State, a team Lock Haven had a close one with. Lost that one in a shootout here. And then a ranked one, as Long Island starts it off, just fires it into Lock Haven territory. Batted down by Karina Long on the right side. Get things going and overshoots Kyla Brathwaite. LIU moves it upfield. Boston College hosts to St. Joe's. 17 BC Eagles, and it's St. Joe's, number 11 in the country. Lock Haven gets its own zone. Neves Sexton upfield. Tries to whisk one ahead towards Amy Stevens and self-start Lock Haven. Opening minute here against LIU. St. Francis home against Rider. That's the other action going on today. We've gone through the entirety of the conference, as Lock Haven on its own side having trouble handling things, and scoots by Emily Robb and Taylor Plouse. LIU, first time into Lock Haven territory. Starts things up near side with Sammy Bell. Player that takes the most shots for the team. Tries to backhand one in close, and a near opportunity from the near post is missed for LIU. That would have been brutal for Lock Haven, as Backman's had a good shot from the right post. Lock Haven now quickly clears it upfield. Stevens tries to ladle one up the right side. Has Soupy ahead. Lock Haven with a run in the opening minute 15, and stop the clock at 13:40. As Lock Haven had a run near the end line and now gets a corner set up out of it. Near opportunity for LIU. Just a ball that was backhanded in from Bell and somehow found a way to the post, but Ackmans wasn't ready for it. Lock Haven huddling up now, trying to capitalize on a penalty corner. That's been an issue through most of the season. Lock Haven just trying to get those set pieces down. Usually it's been Tia Judy to take those for the Haven. She's not in the starting lineup today. It's Karina Long to insert for LHU. Scans the field. Set piece right towards the middle, put down by Brathwaite. Set up shot is blocked as Lock Haven's Palma tried to fire that one, and LIU comes out of this unscathed, at least for now. I think a second penalty corner is in order. May have hit the foot of a Shark, and that's kickball, and that'll give Lock Haven another crack at this. LHU against LIU breaks the huddle here. Karina Long goes back to insert for a second consecutive time on this possession. Opening minute and a half of the first quarter against LIU, non-conference field hockey. Long tries this again. Brathwaite looking to set up to Palma. They'll do the same thing. Palma, one dribble, back to Brathwaite, back to Palma. In close, can she get it home? And this ball is locked down. LIU initially tries to clear it out and now gets a little room to do so. Two successful penalty corner breakups for the Sharks, and the first year as a Division I team, LIU tries to get it out of Lock Haven territory now. Rather, their own territory. Near side, it's Zabicki, passes the other way. LIU upfield, and this one is overshot. Backmans tries to catch up to it against Plouse on the far side. She does. Backmans towards the end line, popped up in the air. Dangerous ball that Emily Robb fishes out for now. Still some dangerous action with Olton on the far side. Now Long has it on her stick for Lock Haven. A couple times LIU's gotten it pretty deep in Lock Haven territory, just not able to finish anything off. Two penalty corners for Lock Haven, nothing doing. Kyla Brathwaite chugs up the far side. Tries to fling it up the sideline and can't keep it in play towards Stevens. 12.5 to go first quarter. LIU possession near midfield. Lock Haven tries to break it up. A little bit of a back and forth. Sexton finally controls. Now it's with Long. Misdirection. Upfield. Cleanly by Amy Stevens, the freshman. There's a nice move to get into LIU territory. Beats two defenders, but can't get by Zabicki the third. Lock Haven keeps it, but now LIU gets a chance to reset back there. Bosra starts it up from the far side for the Haven. and passes it a little too far for Sexton. She has to backtrack to get a hold of it. Long on the opposite end. Lock Haven 2-0 in Atlantic 10 play. 2 straight wins, 4-4 on the year. Sexton, navigating out of midfield, goes back for Plouse behind the midfield stripe. Lock Haven has controlled possession early in this one, but a couple good looks for Long Island they weren't able to capitalize on. Now Lock Haven gets an opportunity with Farley, but it's broken up by the visitors. Klein Holt with the takeaway. Now the ball is dislodged on the far side, midfield. Here's a whistle at 11:20 first quarter remaining. Lock Haven possession. Long takes her time to set this up. Goes back behind midfield. Fires one that Plouse has to turn her body to get a hold of. Now with Robb near side, one-on-one with Zabicki, and past it middle of the field. Sexton golfs one ahead towards Stevens, tries to get this ball down, and she does. Gets around Klein Holt, looking to set things up near the end line, and she cannot. It rolls out of play. LIU possession. Rachel Vellis, the junior keeper for LIU, has not been tested with the shot yet. Neither team with the shot in the first 4.5 minutes of the first quarter here. Sent out of the far side by Michaela Zabicki for LIU. Plouse clears at midfield for Lock Haven. Goes back for Long. A little bit of time. Centers for Basra. Has to catch up to it and does. Sexton back to her own side. Plouse this way for Jasmine Palma. She can create without any help. She did so in the game winner in overtime against Richmond Friday. Lock Haven still fiddling around with it in its own end. Taken away by the visitors. Bell ahead. This one on the stick of Backman's, and here's a whistle. That ball bounced high, and Lock Haven gets it. Just under 10 to go first quarter. 0-0 Lock Haven and Long Island. Far side, Karina Long for LHU. And there's a takeaway. LIU got a stick down, and now at midfield, a lot of ping-ponging back and forth. It's now with King for the Sharks, and there's a whistle as Robb tried to charge up to that thing. Felicia King, the freshman from Trinidad, drew something on Lock Haven to give LIU a little time here on a self-start. Near side with Brodsky, one of the captains on the team, gets it ahead for Bell. Bell races towards the net, and a momentary breakup from Sexton. Then there's a whistle as King tries to start it again. Lock Haven now gets possession. 9 and change to go first quarter. LHU trying to strike first here at home. Emily Robb bats it the other way for Plouse on her own side of the field. Lock Haven tries to dictate things early, and that doesn't help. Plouse fires it out of bounds. Here comes LIU near Lock Haven territory. Sharks turn it over. Lock Haven 4-4 on the year. LIU 1-5. Lock Haven's Karina Long now has it. Wedged in that corner on the opposite end. Sexton upfield. Good stick work, but has to go back after some pressure from a few blue shirts. Long diagonal pass near side. Near the sideline, Emily Robb with a little bit of time. Defender brings it ahead. Palma, a little bit of room up the sideline. Now here she comes across midfield. She can create. Now double team. And she's got good vision. Goes back behind midfield herself and taps it back for Taylor Plouse. Lock Haven head coach Pat Rudy in her 24th year on the far side, coaching things up. Long Island with the takeaway in the midfield. Here comes Ruiz up ahead. Pass broken up by Lock Haven's Plouse. Now a little bit of time for her, and there's a body check and a whistle. Lock Haven self-start. And Plouse trying to pass it ahead where nobody was home. LHU had Soupy trying to run up to that thing, couldn't get there. 7:40 to go first quarter. Still scoreless at the Haven. LIU, the road team coming off a Friday overtime loss to St. Francis, has it on the near side. Taylor Brodsky tries to bring it upfield. Alyssa Hunt is the first sub of the game. Checks in to play in the midfield. Lock Haven takes it away in their own end. Here comes Brathwaite. Kyla Brathwaite, one of the fastest players in the A-10. Up the far sideline. Puts a little spin on this one as she looks for Amy Stevens, and she has it. Here's Stevens into LIU territory. Towards the middle for Farley. Has to backpedal out. Still with it for a moment, but then taken away by Zabicki. Another sub for LIU. It's Cameron Lashinsky. Coach Savin making a couple early subs for the Sharks. Lockhaven now gets a good look. Basra into LIU territory and a whistle with 6:48 first quarter. Lockhaven trying to get the first goal here, and they'll get a good opportunity with their third penalty corner of the first quarter. Lockhaven 0 for 2, obviously, and that's been an issue this year. 2 top scorers from last year no longer playing on the team. One of them, Tamia Roach, is an assistant coach for Lockhaven. And it's been a question of where that scoring is going to come from. The freshman Jasmine Palma has done the best job in that regard. 3 goals to lead the team. Keeper Velis in there for LIU with 4 players around her. Long to insert with Tia Judy, not in the starting lineup at least today. Down for Brathwaite, taps, Rob near side. Stevens fires one towards net. It misses the post, and Long had an opportunity to poke it in as well, and she whiffed. LIU has held Lockhaven 0 for 3 on penalty corners. 6.5 to go first quarter, and now the Sharks try to bring it ahead. And near midfield, they have it as the ball ping-pongs around, and last touch, Caitlin Olton for LIU. Lockhaven ball right at midfield. Here's Neve Sexton. Glances both ways and gives to Emily Robb with some time near midfield. Near sideline. Stick down. Mackenzie Farley gets it as she turns the corner. LIU territory. Sends one on the ground. Right side. Here's Stevens. Tries to make something happen, and she cannot. Take away LIU, and that ball is high in the air, and there's a whistle. Lockhaven should keep this in enemy territory. Brathwaite self-start far side for the Haven. Begins things towards Pravneet Basra. 2 defenders around her in tight quarters. Has to pass this one out. Sexton in a little bit of trouble. She tries to back her way forward. Cannot, and Basra heads towards midfield before a whistle. LIU possession. King on the near side, matched up with Stevens, who nearly pokes it away, but then some help from Farley from behind. But a whistle. 5:20 first quarter. 0-0. Lockhaven gives way for Long Island to have possession. Zabicki starts it off, but then goes wide of her target. It was Climb Holt on the far side. 5'10 defender from the Netherlands. Couldn't get her stick down. Brathwaite quickly starts at the end line of LIU. Tries to keep it in play. Centers it, but nobody there. King takeaway for LIU. Good setup from Kyla Brathwaite. Just no dice that time. LIU near side trying to work upfield. Here's a whistle at 4:45 and counting first quarter. Sharks get some room on a self-start. Non-conference matchup for both of these teams. LIU gets a week off after this, then Sunday at Lehigh as Lockhaven takes it away off the LIU self-start from Casella. Lockhaven gives it right back, though. In the midfield, here's Sarah Olton and fires wide of her target. Looked for Lashinsky, couldn't get it there. Lockhaven right at midfield with Emily Robb to start things. About 4 to go first quarter. Nobody scored just yet. Plaus pass to the far side. Long has it. Defensive zone. And just taps it off Olton. Lockhaven can work it a little more upfield and get some breathing room to do so. LIU set to put in another sub. Lockhaven hasn't subbed anybody just yet. Neve Sexton at midfield after the insert from Long. Passes it wide up the right side, and nobody even gives chase for Lockhaven. Soupy was the closest player there, and the Syracuse transfer won't do anything about that one. LIU possession. They try to bring it upfield, and that one was just golfed from the far side by Klein Holt. Lockhaven takes over. Maddie Dune's first appearance, freshman from Clifton Park, New York, for LIU. Lockhaven insert, and then Stevens' stick was up high. LIU gets it right back. About 3 to go first quarter in a scoreless Sunday afternoon field hockey matchup, and LIU just turns it over in its own territory. Sloppy play early. Klein Holt responsible there. Jasmine Palma can begin for Lockhaven, one of the most talented freshmen in the Atlantic 10. Tries to win it through 2 defenders, but cannot. Whistle, and here comes LIU. At about 2:45 first quarter, LIU in its own territory tries to lift one ahead, broken up by Palma Now she passes far side for Basra, and Basra just can't have the speed to get there. Ruiz tries to break it up for LIU, but then Basra wins it right back. Lock Haven possession right to left. Brathwaite upfield, a little bit of room. Passes towards the right, locates Stevens, but then on the stick of a Shark as Backmans gets there, and now there's a little bit of tangulation in the defensive zone for LIU. Lock Haven gets it right again. LIU right to left. Long to Brathwaite, who boxes out for position against Dalton, has some room. Pokes it to midfield. Neves Sexton a lot of time. Pass near side for Jasmine Palma. Has trouble handling that pass, but still fights for it before a whistle with King. Under 2 to play first quarter. Felicia King ahead. And a play as Maddie Doon was the target off of Lock Haven. Left to right for LIU. Pass broken up in the midfield by Farley of Lock Haven, and another whistle. A lot of stop and start in this early portion of the game. Billy Joe Bollinger in for the first time for Lock Haven. Lock Haven tries to start it with Robb, and there's another whistle. Minute 20 and counting first quarter. Katie Soupy checks out for Bollinger. She'll play up front. Robb near LIU territory. Pass near side. Locates Farley. Tries to get it into Palma, and there's a whistle. The Argentinian can't get that one. And now LIU, after Lock Haven gives it up. It's been a field position battle early. LIU just whisks it out of its own territory. But now Plausch tries to catch a bouncing ball. She cannot. Orlandini comes out of goal for a second to help out if need be, but no need. Now a high stick on the Sharks, courtesy of Maddie Doon. Lock Haven tries to start it up, a whistle, and now Bosser gets to do it again. Sexton, own side of the field. She fires one ahead, and nobody home. Closest player was Billy Joe Bollinger across midfield. 30 seconds first quarter. We're still scoreless. LIU tries to bring it up. Brathwaite with a breakup on the far sideline. That was pretty, and she falls down. Lock Haven gets it. Basra here. About 20 to go first quarter. Goes behind midfield. Neves Sexton. She'll have to really launch one ahead in a moment to get an opportunity to score. Now here's Palma near side. 10 to go first quarter. Spins around. Looks for help. 8, 7. Pass towards Sexton. Taken away and a whistle. And that should do it for the first quarter. Lock Haven won't even try a self-start. 1 quarter done. 0-0. Lock Haven and Long Island. Back for more from Charlotte Smith Field on the Bear Country Sports Network, with neither team yet to put one through.
Tie-Dot Inn, 1120 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore. With daily lunch and dinner specials, outdoor patio seating, and over 50 craft beer selections, this is the place to be. Tie-Dot Inn offers wing nights Mondays and trivia night Thursdays. Find out about their special event pricing. Call 570-398-7474 to learn more. Tie-Dot Inn, 1120 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore. Open 11 a.m. to midnight weekdays, noon to midnight weekends.
PSECU believes your money should stay where it belongs, with you. That's why they charge few, if any, fees. Become a member today at psecu.com. PSECU, proud sponsor of the Bald Eagles.
Finally, a simple way for you to put the Bear on your phone and tablet. Simple meaning Simple Radio, S-I-M-P-L-E. Go to any app store, download the Simple Radio app. It'll take about 30 seconds. When the app's installed, type in The Bear, Country 99.9 FM. Don't forget the. It distinguishes us from other radio stations. That's The Bear, Country 99.9 FM. Once you hear us, press the star to make us your favorite. That way, every time you hit the Simple Radio app, The Bear will come up first. It's just that simple. From WQBR.
This is Doug Spatafor, Lock Haven University Director of Athletic Communications and Marketing, and you're listening to LHU Athletics on the Bear Country Sports Network, the official radio partner of Haven Athletics. Be sure to tune in all year long as we bring you a great lineup of games, matches, and more.
First quarter featured no shots, no goals, but 3 penalty corners for Lock Haven, 0-0 against LIU here at Lock Haven's Charlotte Smith Field. Sam Cooperman joining you as first-year Division I program LIU, something that LHU head coach Pat Rudy is familiar with, as she brought Lock Haven into the Division I scope around the turn of the century, aware of the challenges that come with that, and for Long Island head coach Renee Savin, there's certainly many of those. Despite her nearly 20 years as a head coach at the Division II level, for what was then LIU Post. There was LIU Post and LIU Brooklyn. They've combined and now a Division I program in the Northeast Conference. 1-5 so far, their first year at the Division I level. LIU begins the second quarter with possession, left to right. Road Blues launched up by Zabicki at midfield and just dumps it to Lockhaven side. Long catches a bouncer. Now passes ahead for Brathwaite on the far side. Lockhaven home whites trying to gain possession first minute of the second quarter. And after it bounces around a couple times, Sexton can take hold of it. Exchanges with Plouse. Now pass to the near side for Robb, and she can't get her stick down for that one. Lockhaven gives it to Long Island in its own territory. Here's Sammy Bell. Whacks one into LHU territory. Sexton comes up with it. Ahead to Farley near sideline. Farley tries to bounce it up in the air, and the official blows a whistle. A lot of time for the Sharks here with Captain Brodsky, who passes it deep into Lockhaven territory. Long comes up with it in front of the Lockhaven goal. Redirects to the near side, and a whistle as that ball went high in the air. Long Island in Lockhaven territory, opening minute of the second quarter. Good position on a self-start for Felicia King. Taps it back near side, and this one is fired in from Grace Consalia. Nobody there. Lockhaven right to left. Plouse ahead for the Haven. Nobody's taken a shot yet. Both goalkeepers, Joaquina Orlandini for Lockhaven and Rachel Velas for Long Island, have been untested. Sexton in the midfield for Lockhaven committed an infraction, or at least somebody on Lockhaven did, to give LIU a self-start just past midfield. 13 and change to go first half. Still a scoreless one here. Brodsky ahead for the Sharks. Out of play and hit the stick of a bald eagle defender. Here's Felicia King, the freshman from Trinidad. Near side for Long Island. Brodsky in some trouble. Basra takes it away for Lockhaven. And now a self-start as it hits the foot of a Shark. Brathwaite for Lockhaven, middle of her own zone. Now it's Long with some running room up the right side. Passes low to the ground, but underneath the stick of Sexton, and Stevens gives chase and makes way for an LIU self-start at midfield. 12.5 to go first half. No shots, no goals, 3 penalty corners for Lockhaven. It's been some close games for Lockhaven in the early portion of the season. They're 4-4, 2-0 in conference play. This is a non-conference meeting, but Lockhaven, 4 of its last 5 games have gone to overtime, and in those, LHU 2-2, including 2 shootouts where Lockhaven split 1-1. 2-game winning streak for the Haven. Now some good work in the midfield to move things ahead. Basra tries a lead pass right side and overshoots Billy Joe Bollinger near the end line. Best look for Lockhaven yet as far as a run out, but that one not executed. Under 12 to go first half. LIU coming off of the 2-1 overtime loss at St. Francis Friday. Trying to rebound here on this Pennsylvania road swing. Long Island clears it out of its own territory for Lockhaven. Plows plenty of time on her own side. Passes one to Robb on the near side. She can control this one. Ahead for Palma, who cannot. Long Island near sideline. Left to right. Brodsky starts it up, and Palma tries to field it in the midfield, but she cannot. She got her stick up too high. Now takes it away from King. Another self-start for LIU. Officials on top of that one. Here's Brodsky again. About 11 minutes to go first half. Brodsky through the Lockhaven zone. That ball bounced for a little bit, but Sexton takes it away. Looks for Farley, can't get her. Brodsky a takeaway. Now for King and LIU near side. Now Palma with some crafty stick work to try to get a steal there. She cannot. Up ahead, Brodsky really tries to fight through some hefty pressure from Palma. And possession now going the other way to Lockhaven University. Lockhaven after this Friday goes at number 11 St. Joe's. That'll be a really tough one for the Bald Eagles as they try to contend in the Atlantic 10 Conference. We need to play better than this to hang with one of the best teams in the country. Trying to work it right to left, still in their own defensive zone after a ball deflects off an LIU player. Here's Long up ahead to Brathwaite, right side through some traffic. Bosra gets a stick on it, but then it is over to Stevens. Amy Stevens with some good work up ahead, still trying to control it through the midfield. She can for a while into LIU territory. Up ahead, and the ball is punched away by the keeper, Vellis. Good job by Farley for an attempt, but Vellis with the save out of play. 10 to go first half. Shot from Sexton, redirects right back to her off a deflection. Now here come the Sharks. LIU in the midfield with some good work from Brackmans and a whistle as she struts past midfield. Lock Haven possession. Brathwaite takes her time. Touch pass to the right. Karina Long, lots of room to operate. Pass down the right sideline. Couple bald eagles in the area. Here's Stevens. Spin move, has some room. Fires a backhand and a leg save by Vellis. Lock Haven with a good look yet again, but cannot capitalize. Started with Brathwaite, right side. Back for Long with about 9 to go first half. Scoreless game, but a couple shots in the last few minutes for Lock Haven. Maybe a scoring opportunity here for the Haven. Now in midfield. Goes to Long Island for a moment. Gets by Plouse. Robbed the last line of defense here. Sammy Bell with another move. Orlandini comes out of net, and there's a whistle. Self-start for the Sharks. Orlandini has to get back in front of the cage. The clock rolls under 9 first half. Lock Haven gets it. Long up the right side, looking for Bollinger. Katie Soupy back in the game now for Lock Haven. Mackenzie Farley gets a breather for Lock Haven. Seems to be without Tia Judy today, who usually takes the penalty corners for LHU. Pass from Long goes through the legs of Plouse, but no danger back in their own end. Lock Haven lets Emily Robb get a hold of this ball and take some time. Couple shots for Lock Haven, none for LIU, but might get one here. Brackman's a takeaway in Lock Haven's defensive zone, and here's a whistle. Contact on LIU, Lock Haven. Here comes Lock Haven. Palma to Bosra near sideline. Takes her time, shovels it up past Katie Soupy, and Amy Stevens gives chase to this one in the corner, but just not enough real estate. Good effort by her after that ball sailed past the stick of Soupy. Here come the LIU Sharks near side, trying to break the seal in this game. Good lead out of the defensive end for Felicia King. She's tripped up, gets to move it ahead. Left to right, the LIU Sharks trying to operate and score first here on the road. Brodsky, one of 2 captains on the team. One of 2 seniors on this first-year Division I team. Fires it out of play, off of a bald eagle. A little closer now for LIU towards the Lock Haven net. Brodsky goes back towards the near side. Zabicki, the defender, just whacks one on the ground and taken off the stick of Bosra of Lock Haven. Down to Jasmine Palma, leading scorer for Lock Haven. Goes back towards the middle, exchanges with Sexton near side in tight quarters. A whistle, and Felicia King must have made contact with that ball with her leg. Lock Haven self-start at midfield. Under 7 to go first half. Nobody scored. Robb pass near side. Here's Jasmine Palma. Takes some time to set herself up. Pass towards Sexton. Now gets it ahead. Palma on her stick again. Pass up the middle. Here's some room for Billy Joe Bollinger. It goes to Stevens. Stevens with an opportunity has to dig this ball out. And there's a whistle. Good play on the back end by Michaela Zabicki to give LIU a chance to go upfield. 6:29 first half, and King is down for a moment. Coaches and trainers come out to attend to her. She has trouble getting up. We're going to evaluate her now. We'll take a moment here at this injury timeout. Hope for the best for the LIU freshman. Back for more field hockey in a few moments on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Schweitzer's Garage, the first and last place to go for all your car care needs. They specialize in light diesel pickup trucks and install rough country lift kits and accessories, but can service all vehicles. Located on Route 880, just off Route 44 in Jersey Shore. Open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday with night drop available and Saturdays by appointment. 570-447-4443. Schweitzer's Garage, 135 State Route 880 in Jersey Shore.
This is Doug Spatafor, Lock Haven University Director of Athletic Communications and Marketing, and you're listening to LHU Athletics on the Bear Country Sports Network, the official radio partner of Haven Athletics. Be sure to tune in all year long as we bring you a great lineup of games, matches, and more.
We're back to Charlotte Smith Field in Lock Haven. Sam Cooperman giving you LHU field hockey on the Bear Country Sports Network. 0-0 with Long Island. Felicia King seemed to be in some pain, and she is as she hobbles off the field and will be evaluated on the Long Island sideline. LIU in its own territory gets to send one out here. Zabicki tries to do so. The common strategy on a self-start on their own side is just to shovel it out of there and put some elevation on that ball. Essentially punt it to Lock Haven. So whistle, and ball may have been a little too high to give Lock Haven a self-start. Karina Long approaches midfield, right to left, tries to get Lock Haven on the board here. Lock Haven, 2-game winning streak. Pass towards the right, finds Stevens, and broken up defensively by Olton. Now Lock Haven tries to get that ball off a redirect, and it does. Long at midfield for Lock Haven. Under 6 to go first half. Lock Haven's been in some tight affairs. 4 of the 5 last games have gone to overtime. 2-2 in those. Robb passes backwards. Handled by Plouse, own defensive end. Lots of time, and Water pops up off the slick surface as she passes to Long. Gets it to Brathwaite. Pass towards the middle. Bollinger pops off her stick, but she stays with it. Now Billy Joe Bollinger with a chance in close, and there's a whistle. Lock Haven gives it up to LIU on a self-start now. Good effort from Lock Haven. 2 shots, 3 penalty corners, no goals. And LIU with some time on side of the field. Zabicki pass this way. Controlled by Brodsky, who has all day, and now that time runs out. It's off the stick of Lock Haven's Palma at midfield, though. The Sharks advance. 0-0 game. Brodsky has it deflect off of Farley's stick and roll towards Lock Haven territory. Sammy Bell lets another Shark take it. It will be Taylor Brodsky. Lots of time for her. Tries to chip one towards the net, and this is whistled as the ball bounces a little too high. Lock Haven, right to left. Still no shots for LIU with 4.5 minutes to go first half. Lock Haven just not able to punch one in yet. Robb starts it off for the Haven. Pass to the middle of the defensive zone. Plows with lots of time. Pass towards Long, and she mishandles it. It goes out of play. Long Island starts it up, but then Long breaks it up there. Stays with the play and a whistle. Lock Haven self-start. Karina Long gets a lot of room. Fakes left, goes right up the sideline, and the ball rolls out of play. See if it was off of an LIU Shark or not, and the call is it was. Long back for Brathwaite. Looks upfield and then goes to the near side through the legs of Taylor Plow. She has to hustle to keep this ball in play, and she cannot get there. LIU left to right. Opportunity to score here. Sammy Bell with some crafty work to work through a lot of Lock Haven Bald Eagles. In front of the net, this ball is taken away by Lock Haven. That was dangerous territory. And there's a whistle, Lock Haven's own side. Femke Degoji had the best look at it in front of the net. She momentarily ago checked in, but couldn't capitalize. Lock Haven right to left. Brathwaite is now playing in a defensive spot on the right side, usually more of a midfielder in the attacking style, but Coach Pat Rudy has elected to leave her a little bit back today. Plows pass back to Brathwaite on the right side. Dribbles it back towards the middle. Pass ahead to Sexton, to Long, and back to Brathwaite. Lock Haven under 3 to go first half in a scoreless game with LIU. Pass ahead is taken by LIU. Good job by Kleinholt to take some time for it, but then Long breaks it up. Lock Haven with an opportunity for a moment here. The Bald Eagles just need to get a hold of this ball towards LIU territory, but Lock Haven cannot, and there's a whistle on the contest for it. Shots now officially Lock Haven 4-1. LIU is credited with one not too long ago. Shots on goal, 2-0 LHU. Lock Haven break up in the midfield. Palma for a moment has it, but can't get to it in time. LIU's Hunt brings it ahead, and now a whistle. Robb starts it up for Lock Haven on side. Sexton towards the opposite end. Lock Haven just trying to stir up the attack. Brathwaite towards the middle. Break up by Ruiz, and there's a whistle. LIU gets a self-start. Minute 45 to go first half. Nobody's scored yet, and kick save from Orlandini on a low shot from the far side from Lashinsky. Didn't have much of a chance of going in as there was a whistle before it. Ruiz here begins things. Rather, it's Olton. Now everybody getting a touch for LIU, and Lock Haven on a bouncing ball gets a self-start. LIU does not capitalize that time. Long pushes ahead. LIU a breakup, and now Lock Haven. Pass from Palma, and doesn't have Farley running with her. Not on the same page there, but Jasmine Palma, a breakup in the midfield. Here comes the freshman. Pass up near side, Amy Stevens, another Lock Haven freshman. Going towards the goal, has to turn around to get a look, and broken up by Zabicki, but that ball's still up for grabs. Farley tries in LIU territory with under a minute to go first half. Now the Sharks have time to clear it out and do. But right at midfield, Emily Robb, overly aggressive, gets a hold of the ball, and there's a whistle. Self-start Lock Haven. Defenders playing up. Lock Haven trying to score going into the half. Robb passes to the middle. Here's Farley. She zigs towards the net, and there's a whistle. And it's on Lock Haven to give LIU a self-start own territory. About 25 seconds to go first half, and unless there's some immediate effort to get up towards the net, LIU will probably be scoreless with Lock Haven into the first half. Zabicki tries to clear it up, but nothing doing. Broken up by Palma. Lock Haven under 10 first half at midfield. Brathwaite slips as she passes it up towards Long. A lot of players fending for it. Bosra has it with 1 second, shoots one towards the net that goes well wide of the left post, but an opportunity nonetheless. 0-0 halftime score. Come back and break it down for you in a few minutes. Lock Haven and Long Island knotted up at 0 after 30 minutes of play on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Lock Haven University, unrivaled in quality, affordability, and value. At the Haven, you are uniquely you. With real-world experience in your major as early as your freshman year, you'll unlock a world of opportunities alongside our experienced faculty who know your name. There is plenty to do, all while providing outstanding academic programs and a culture where learning is always the priority. For more information on how you can soar higher at the Haven, visit lockhaven.edu.
Touchdown in your new home from Ridgecrest Home Sales. Hi, I'm Karen Weller, owner of Ridgecrest Home Sales. We're passing out some great deals for your new manufactured or modular home. Take advantage of our 100% completion service and let Ridgecrest do it all for you. Planning on building now through spring 2020? Sign contract by November 30th and get $2,500 off any new multi-sectional home. Don't fumble your opportunity to save big. Stop by 11049 North Eagle Valley Road or visit our WOW page at ridgecresthomesales.com. Go Eagles!
This is a cow whose milk became everyone's favorite cheese at the craft fair. But cheese only lasts so long. The impression a small business makes needs to last much longer. And now Vistaprint is introducing free shipping on all business cards in any quantity. Choose from hundreds of fresh designs tailored to your type of company or
0-0 game, Long Island and Lock Haven. There's been a lot of close ones for the Lock Haven Bald Eagles, and they try to talk it over now underneath the trees to the side of the Thomas Fieldhouse here at the Charlotte Smith Field. It's 4-1 as far as shots for Lock Haven, but no goals. 3 penalty corners, including 2 back-to-back. Lock Haven yet to capitalize, and a non-conference matchup between the first-year Division I Long Island Sharks and the Lock Haven Bald Eagles is getting interesting heading into the second half. Lock Haven has gone beyond the 60 minutes of regulation in 4 of its last 5 games, 2-2 during that, and Lock Haven hoping to put this one away within the confines of 60 minutes of field hockey. We'll go through the halftime stats, which of course don't include any goals. Lock Haven has shots from Mackenzie Farley, Jasmine Palma, and Amy Stevens, as well as Billy Joe Bollinger. Long Island's one shot has come from these Belgian Emma Brackmans, sophomore. She has a goal in 6 games. This is her 7th game now, and we'll go around the Atlantic 10 in the meantime because nobody's scored here. Go through some of these other games. St. Francis is playing host to Ryder in non-conference, and that one has already gone final. Must have not started at 1. It's listed. Oh, no, it started at noon. My mistake. My eyes playing tricks on me. Thought it said 1 o'clock start, and a field hockey game which takes 60 minutes of regulation happening in 43 minutes would literally be impossible. But Ryder dominates St. Francis 5-1 there. Lock Haven has its annual battle with Ryder, even though not a conference team. Other contests going on. Nationally ranked matchup. Boston College and St. Joe's. St. Joe's trying to represent the Atlantic 10 in the right way. That's a really exciting one up in the Boston area. 4-4, late 4th quarter. That one could be going to overtime. These teams putting goals on the board, and St. Joe's trying to flex their muscle and represent the A10. Other games in action. App State, the home team against LaSalle. And that's a non-conference matchup, and Lock Haven's been having Sunday noon games, but this one was a 1 o'clock start here. That's why we're still going. App State 1-0 tops LaSalle. Richmond and UMass also at noon. I guess I got to get my eyes checked. I thought all these were 1 o'clock, and most of these were actually noon ones that have gone final. Richmond 2-1 defeats UMass on the road. Impressive bounce back by the Spiders after losing here in overtime just 2 days ago. Now, 1 o'clock game, St. Louis and VCU. Live stats not linked to there, so we'll have to do some web searching. Other contests in action right now, Davidson and Miami, Ohio. That one is scoreless with about 10 minutes before halftime. And we'll look up that St. Louis score as we take another break. The teams come out in the field. We'll keep it here. We got about a minute before second half action, so we can do the old live stats search as we watch the players come out in the field. We got a minute before they can get the second half started, and LIU trying to beat Lock Haven on the road. LIU 1-5 on the year, and that other A10 game, St. Louis, the home team against VCU, and the halftime score there is 2-1 with the VCU squad getting a 1-goal lead after 30 minutes there. We have no goals here. Second half about to get going, and somebody tries to break the seal soon in a game in which you have 2 teams coming off of overtime games from Friday. Lock Haven and LIU, the sides flip. Lock Haven goes left to right here for the second half. Lock Haven has outshot Long Island 4-1. Nobody scored. And Amy Stevens begins things for the Lock Haven Bald Eagles. Trying to cap homecoming week with a victory over their counterparts. Let's wait on that whistle. And we'll begin the second half here at the Haven. Whistle and a start. Lock Haven near side. Kyla Brathwaite. Pass ahead for Stevens. And there's a whistle. She got tangled up with Olton in the front field. Now pass near side for Brathwaite, broken up, but a self-start Lock Haven. Ruiz must have made contact with her leg with that inadvertently. Neve Sexton settles this ball down. And she golfs it back the other way to Emily Robb. Gives herself some time to set up a Lock Haven attack. Towards the middle for Bosra. That's taken away. King is back in the game after suffering an injury late second quarter, and she just strips her of the ball. Felicia King, the freshman for Long Island, ahead towards the right side. Here's a run, and Brodsky fires this one wide. Lock Haven, left to right. LHU with Karina Long starting up the attack. Looks every way. Back towards the middle. Here comes Taylor Plouse. Lots of room to operate. She goes to Emily Robb, who can't handle one that bounced a little bit. Opening minute, third quarter. 0-0 game. Long Island towards the Lock Haven net. Approaching on the far side. There's a whistle. And it was Brodsky who tried to power through. She could not. Lock Haven on its own end. Trying to clear here. Taylor Plouse handles the middle of that defense. Pass towards Karina Long. Who has to redirect backwards. Now it's Plouse. Can't hang on for a moment, but she does recover. Own side. Pass towards the opposite end of the field. Robb looks towards the middle. And Plouse mishandles it on side. Pass got underneath her. Long Island in Lock Haven territory trying to break the ice in this game. Start for Olton, one of the many freshmen on this first-year Division I team in LIU. Brodsky's pass was sent in, initially taken away by Lock Haven, but some contact, play on. Palma fights with King for it. Ends up back on the stick of a Shark. On the right side, here's Sammy Bell. She tries to work her way towards the cage, but Kyla Brathwaite hangs with her and takes that ball away. Good job by Lock Haven's senior midfielder, playing more of a defensive role in this game. Lock Haven left to right. Can't get it out of its own end initially, but Prabni Basra fights for it. The British Columbia native tries to work upfield, but then can't get hold of a pass ahead of her. About 12 minutes to go third quarter. We're still scoreless here at Lock Haven. High pass, handled from the side of the stick of Emily Robb, but then Sammy Bell's got a chance and a whistle. Lock Haven left to right. Plouse passed this way and doesn't locate Karina Long. The passing just has not been on sync for Lock Haven. It's been really rough to watch. Near side, and Long Island's attack ends before it really starts with Ruiz overshooting her target down the end line. Lock Haven's been gifted a lot of opportunities, needs to score soon. Scoreless game, the longer you wait, more chance to give the other team. Billy Joe Bollinger scraps up field, loses it. Good takeaway by LIU, and here comes a whistle. It allows Van Royen to start this one up towards Brackmans, and a whistle. Lock Haven self-start. About 11 minutes to go in the third quarter. Scoreless one at the Haven. Two teams coming off overtime games. Lock Haven won Friday over Richmond to move to 2-0 in Atlantic 10 play. Meanwhile, Long Island with a loss Friday at St. Francis. Lock Haven left to right after a ball's deflected out on the far side by a blue shirt. Lock Haven fires it ahead out of its own end by Emily Robb. There's a contest for it with Amy Stevens as well as Clyde Holt of the Long Island Sharks, and self-start for LIU. 10:40 to go, third quarter. LIU presses across midfield. Pass taken away by Robb for Lock Haven on the far side. Game has not featured a lot of action towards the goal, and here's another whistle. LIU right to left. Brodsky begins it, chops it into the zone, and misses the net. Lock Haven gets to have a self-start on its own side of the field. About 10 to go third quarter. Played 35 minutes. Nothing close to an opportunity on net. Lock Haven brings it across midfield. King a takeaway for LIU, but then her pass skids under the stick of Olton. Lock Haven left to right. Trying to attack here, and Basra misfires on a pass with Farley. LIU, own side of the field. Going towards the middle of the third quarter, still without a goal in this game at all, and a whistle. LIU right to left. A lot of time for the Sharks. Zabicki launches one ahead down the sideline. This is almost saved by Bell, and she just can't track it down in the right corner. It's been a lot of dump and chase in this field hockey affair between Lock Haven and LIU. LIU's just gone with the approach of shoot it down the field out of your own end and don't give Lock Haven a chance to break it up. Probably with the knowledge of Lock Haven's scoring woes, just not to give them easy opportunities and make them create something for themselves. Lock Haven in its own end has trouble clearing it out. Now a loose ball finds the stick of Brackmans for LIU. She sets it up, fires on net. Loose ball in front of the net put in for the Sharks. There's a goal for LIU, and this looks to be Sarah Olton, the freshman, in front of the net. 1-0, the visitors, 8:55 to go in the third quarter. Waiting here, the official announcement, but hard to read the jerseys amidst the sunshine on these yellow numbers, but that was looked to be Sarah Olton. Thought it was 11. Still waiting on the official announcement here. We'll figure it out. But in the meantime, LIU brings it upfield. Lock Haven gives up the first goal of this game and let a team hang around long enough. Eventually one's going to be put home. Now Lock Haven has to climb out of this 1-0 hole. There's a whistle as Lock Haven tries to inch towards Long Island territory. At midfield, Lock Haven gets possession. And confirmation from the field, it's Caitlin Olton, the sister of Sarah, who put that one home. So it wasn't Olton. Caitlin Olton with the goal to spring LIU to a 1-0 lead. Olton, team-leading 5th goal. Probably when in doubt could have guessed that one based on that. Freshman from Trinidad. Lock Haven's own side of the field with 7:30 to go third quarter. 1-0 deficit for the Haven, trying to climb back into this one and avoid going to 4-5 on the year and snapping a 2-game winning streak. Lock Haven gives it away in the midfield. Here comes LIU right to left. Take away by Stevens for a moment, but it finds the stick of a Shark, but then Jasmine Palma rips it away. Now Palma tries to create. She marches up the midfield, one hand, passes ahead, tries to look for Farley. The ball bounces around. Lock Haven still with a chance, but then LIU can come away with it. And here's a whistle. Lock Haven self-start. LHU tries to punch ahead, get an opportunity with the ball on the stick of Bollinger for half a second, and a whistle. Clock rolls to 6:50 third quarter.
Back in for LIU, number 9, Sammy Bell.
Sammy Bell back in the game after the goal a few minutes ago from Caitlin Olton. She put one through on a loose ball in front of the Lock Haven net. Lock Haven trying to power through, and it's in LIU territory. Basra starts it off. Couple deflections. This ball could be dangerous, and in Lock Haven's benefit, Probney Basra looks around, tries to find room near the far post on the LIU side of the field. Lock Haven gets it. Robb starts it off. Sexton settles it down. Dribbles out of a double team. A little bit of time for her, and Eve Sexton puts one on goal, and it misses wide right. Good opportunity, but just nothing goes through there. Lock Haven still scoreless. We're about just under 6 minutes to go third quarter. Lock Haven down 1-0 at home. Zabicki pass to the far side, and there's a whistle. Lock Haven possession. Lock Haven trying to work itself back into this game with Basra starting it off and another whistle. Whistles have blown early and often in this one. 5.5 to go third quarter. Long Island looking for just its second win of the year. And Lock Haven takes it away in the midfield. Here's Basra with time up the far side. Locates Amy Stevens. She tries to whack one towards the net, and that ball was a little too high. Dangerous ball. Go to LIU right to left. 5 minutes to go, third frame. 1-0, Long Island. LIU up the far sideline. Lock Haven left to right. Couldn't get a pass in for the Sharks. Emily Robb starts it off. Gets it down for Plouse, who has a lot of time in her own zone. Passes it this way. Karina Long goes up the sideline. Nobody there. Takeaway by Ruiz of LIU. And then there's a whistle. Lockhaven gets it right back. Good starting position on a self-start for Kyla Brathwaite. She wanted to move a little quicker, but ball got under her stick to her frustration. Relatively young Lockhaven team, not as young as LIU. As quick insert is punched away. Lockhaven gets to walk a little closer to the Sharks' net with 4 to go third. Brathwaite fakes left, now fakes right, now goes backwards for Karina Long. Didn't have an angle. Now Long, pass back to the opposite end. Goes through the legs of Taylor Plouse, but she has time to regroup and regather. It's Emily Robb with a good spin move to get towards LIU territory, but now bunched up on the far side and a takeaway by Felicia King. The Sharks run ahead. King with a long pass towards Sammy Bell. Can she catch up to it for Long Island? And she does, towards the right corner. Gets around Long, and then Lockhaven has reinforcements there with Basra in the area. Guides it to Long, and now Lockhaven can try to bring it ahead. Good opportunity for LIU in transition. Up 1-0 on the road. Trying to beat Lockhaven and get its second win of the year. Go 1-1 on this weekend trip to Pennsylvania. LIU working upfield now after Lockhaven nicks it out of play. About 3 minutes to go third quarter. Here come the Sharks. Far side, Bosser gets her stick down and breaks up an insert from Brodsky, one of the two captains on this Long Island team. Pass back right, lots of time for Zabicki to do something with it. Deflects off the stick of Lockhaven's Palma in the Lockhaven zone. Bell gets a hold of this one. Can't skid around Bosra. Sammy Bell last year when it was LIU Brooklyn and LIU Post, as Lockhaven fires one out of play on the far side. Played for LIU Post and was an all-NEC 10 first-team performer. It's a good Division II program, and Coach Renee Savin is in her 17th year as the coach of LIU. 16 with LIU Post. Now it's a Division I program with the two schools merging. For athletics, as Lockhaven can't contend with a pass off of the stick of a Shark. Insert from the far corner for LIU with 2 to go in the third. Lockhaven just trying to muster up some offense here. Outshot LIU 4-1 in the first half with no goals, and then third quarter, LIU found one from Caitlin Olton. Lockhaven in some trouble now as time continues to wane. Shots are 3-4. LIU's gotten 2 this third frame, with one of those, of course, going in. Felicia King works for it on the far side with LIU. Lockhaven breaks it up for the time being with Farley back there. King gets another crack at it. The freshman tries to feed one through the Lockhaven zone, and LIU doesn't get to keep it. Lockhaven on the run, left to right. Here comes Long Island now after the breakup for a moment. Right back to Lockhaven on a giveaway. Farley upfield. Just about a minute to go third quarter. Lockhaven in some trouble, down 1-0 at home. Trying to fight its way back into this game. Winning streak on the line here for the Bald Eagles. Klaus, pass middle. Here's Neve Sexton. She locates Brathwaite, does a good job of tapping this ball backwards. Didn't have room near the sideline to turn around herself. Keeps it in play for Lockhaven. Now Sexton passes ahead, but there's a whistle. Brathwaite frustrated. Lockhaven gets a self-start, but she was on the move. She wanted an opportunity to go towards the net, but the official had to stop things. Sexton starts it, pass to the middle. Stevens looking for that ball, and Long Island gets it with a self-start. Infraction on Lockhaven. About 20 seconds to go in this third quarter. 1-0 Long Island. Zabicki just launches it out of her defensive zone. Lockhaven's Plouse is the backtrack to get to this one. She does. Fights off Brackman. But then a good job by Caitlin Olton, the lone scorer today, to gain it for Long Island. But out of bounds near side on Ruiz. That's how the third quarter concludes. 1-0 score. We've played 45 minutes of field hockey and no goals for Lockhaven, 1 for Long Island. The Bald Eagles try to regroup here. Another tight contest at Charlotte Smith Field with Lock Haven's winning streak on the line. 1-0 Long Island, fourth quarter coming up.
PSECU believes your money should stay where it belongs, with you. That's why they charge few, if any, fees. Become a member today at psecu.com. PSECU, proud sponsor of the Bald Eagles.
Finally, a simple way for you to put the Bear on your phone and tablet. Simple meaning Simple Radio, S-I-M-P-L-E. Go to any app store, download the Simple Radio app. It'll take about 30 seconds. When the app's installed, type in The Bear, Country 99.9 FM. Don't forget the. It distinguishes us from other radio stations. That's The Bear, Country 99.9 FM. Once you hear us, press the star to make us your favorite. That way, every time you hit the Simple Radio app, The Bear will come up first. It's just that simple. From WQBR.
Tie Dot Inn, 1120 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore. With daily lunch and dinner specials, outdoor patio seating, and over 50 craft beer selections, this is the place to be. Tie Dot Inn offers wing nights Mondays and trivia night Thursdays. Find out about their special event pricing. Call 570-398-7474 to learn more. Tie Dot Inn, 1120 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore. Open 11 a.m. to midnight weekdays, noon to midnight weekends.
Introducing the Bear Country Podcast Network, a way for you to catch up on everything Bear. Hear the latest Sam and Dave on sports, Good News Live, the week that was, and live interviews and concert performances from singers, songwriters, and bands visiting the Church of Country and Americana. And all of our live sports broadcasts archived so you can listen to the Jersey Shore Bulldog or Lock Haven Bald Eagle football game when you want to. Go to bear999.com and click the tab to become part of the Bear Country Podcast Network.
This is Doug Spatafor, Lock Haven University Director of Athletic Communications and Marketing, and you're listening to LHU Athletics on the Bear Country Sports Network, the official radio partner of Haven Athletics. Be sure to tune in all year long as we bring you a great lineup of games, matches, and more.
Sam Cooperman back with you from Lock Haven Charlotte Smith Field. Fourth quarter comes, 1-0 Long Island. Lock Haven tries to regroup after the third frame, getting the ball left to right. And a two-game winning streak is on the line here. Up ahead, Jasmine Palma to the far side. Locates Pravni Basra, goes back towards the middle. Here's Lock Haven's Amy Stevens. She twirls around, looks for something towards the middle. Felicia King doing a really nice job for Long Island. The freshman from Trinidad breaks things up. Here come the Sharks, right to left. Caitlin Olton, the lone goal scorer today, brings it to midfield, where she gains a self-start for her team. Long Island, after this, gets a week to rest, and then Sunday at Lehigh in an NEC Patriot League matchup. Near side, here's Brackmans for Long Island. She tries to loosely dribble ahead. Ball skirts out past the end line. It's off of a Lock Haven Bald Eagle. Near side, start with Van Royen. Passing the traffic, Lock Haven breaks it up, but there's a player down for Long Island for a moment. It was Olden. She's fine. She gets up. Brathwaite races ahead for Lock Haven. Down 1-0. Still maintains control. Into Long Island territory. Up the near sideline. Curves towards the net. Tries to center one to Stevens, but there's a whistle. What a run from Kyla Brathwaite. She is fast. 13.5 to go in this game. Brathwaite begins. Backs towards the net. Backhanded pass into traffic for Farley. Popped up in the air, and this one skids out of play. Good look for Lock Haven. There was a real good chance for Lock Haven to get its first goal of the game. Still down 1-0. About 13 minutes remaining. Middle of the field defensively, Zabicki just launches one towards the far side that Bell can't get to. Right near the scorer's table there at midfield. That's been the strategy for Long Island on self-starts in their own end. Hasn't even tried to play with it, get fancy, just go with my favorite rec soccer strategy. Just kick that one out of play. Or really far upfield and don't try to get creative with it. Lock Haven tries to break it up in midfield and does. Here's Neve Sexton whirling around. Back for Karina Long. Side steps. A lot of time at midfield. Lock Haven still without a goal. No shots during the third quarter. Had a good look moments ago. Kenzie Farley, the player with that shot. Passes for Palma. Fires backhand no good off the foot of Valise, and it's kicked out of play. Lock Haven getting some good opportunities early in the fourth quarter. About 12 and a half minutes to go. Stevens tries to contend for a ball near the end line. She gets it for Lock Haven. And now it's knocked out of play by LIU. Lock Haven getting good looks to start the fourth quarter. Couple shots in the first few minutes here. Still without a goal for the home team. Won Friday 2-1 in overtime against Richmond, and centering pass from Palma could not be put in by Soupy. Didn't get a clean look at it. But again, the pressure is finally here from Lock Haven. Feels like this team is woken up. But is there enough time to get a goal? Zabicki sends one towards the sky, and there's a whistle. At some point, if a ball bounces too high, they're going to call that a dangerous ball, and they do. Lock Haven right about midfield with an Emily Robb self-start for the far sideline. Looking for a chance to get Lock Haven to tie this thing up. Down 1-0 here to Long Island. A team that just started Division I play this year and comes in 1-5 and fresh off an overtime loss Friday at St. Francis. Here's Plaus. Scans the field. Pass towards Brathwaite intercepted. Good job by Alexis Ruiz, the freshman for Long Island. And that ball tapped to the far side. Brackmans keeps it for the Sharks, trying to extend their lead, and Brathwaite locates it for Lock Haven with a whistle. Some Long Island fans that made the trip out for the weekend, right in front of us here at Charlotte Smith Field. Just under 11 minutes to go. Lock Haven's played close games, it seems like, all throughout the season. As King tries to start it off, Lock Haven takes it away. Bald Eagles go upfield and turn it over in their own side. Lock Haven Friday at number 11 St. Joe's, who at last glance was knotted up at 4 late fourth quarter with number 17 Boston College. That's a really good St. Joe's team. Lock Haven left to right, wins it on side. Here's Katie Soupy, who can't hang on to it, but the ball deflects around. Goes to Neve Sexton, takes her time. Now with Karina Long on the near side. About 10 minutes to go, and long pass for Long to Brathwaite, but it goes off of an LIU player. Brathwaite ahead into the Long Island zone. Double there, and there's a whistle. Long will get a self-start right from that tough angle, right post. Taps it near side. Jasmine Palma tries to get fancy with it. Pass into Stevens. Has a chance at a backhand. She pokes it no good off the goalie. Here's another opportunity. Valiz, a sliding save. Out of play. Lock Haven again with chances, but no goals. 9 and change to go in this game. Dead on, Sexton starts it and gives it away. Sammy Bell with the takeaway. She rushes upfield for Long Island. Trying to extend its lead, up 1-0 right now. Bell has to backtrack. Some really close handles, and now finally whacks one that outruns everybody. Lock Haven gets to clear it out of its own end with 9 minutes to go. Content passing it around for now, letting Taylor Plaus do it from the center. Pass to the near side. Karina Long matched up with Caitlin Olton. Lock Haven gets it. Palma past midfield. She scurries ahead. Dribbles to the left. One of the most talented freshmen in the Atlantic 10. Tries to make a run. Spin. Chance to fire herself. And now some help comes, and it's broken up. Good job by Brodsky, one of the captains of this Long Island team, and she launches it up the right sideline. Team wearing the Road Baby Blues today is doing a good job of assessing Lock Haven's plan, just giving this team limited opportunities to get towards the net, making Lock Haven work from its own side of the field and trusting their midfield to keep Lock Haven in check. Brathwaite tries to change that game plan, works it ahead for Lock Haven. Ball near the sideline, finally whistled out of play. Brathwaite gets it for Lock Haven on a self-start. Pass to the middle. Here's Stevens, and now there's another whistle. We'll say a Long Island possession. Brathwaite doesn't understand the call. Just under 8 minutes to go. Lock Haven scoreless here and in danger of losing to the road team at home. Van Royen begins. Pass behind to the defensive zone. Van Royen gets it back. Pass down for Karina Long of Lock Haven. She tries to control it. She cannot. Kyla Brathwaite with it. Contests with Ruiz, and Brathwaite, the senior, beats out the freshman for it. Lock Haven possession. About 7 minutes to go. Long sidesteps towards midfield and goes backwards for Plouse. Looks around. Now goes to Emily Robb, and the ball skids through her legs. 7 minutes to go. Lock Haven in some danger here against Long Island. On the far side of the field, up come the LIU Sharks, trying to win their second game of the season. Felicia King gets a pass. Now she launches one up the right sideline that curves out of play. Lock Haven is trying to get an opportunity, and that's not going to do it. Emily Robb fires one defensively that just doesn't go to anybody. Both Plouse and Long couldn't get there. Here come the Sharks. 1-0 lead. Olton pass to the near side. Billy Joe Bollinger comes into the game for Lock Haven. Tries to provide a scoring effort here with time waning. Ruiz trapped between a couple Bald Eagle defenders, and Long wins it up the sideline. There's a contest for the ball, and Van Royen shoots it towards the near corner and cannot be gotten by Brackmans. Lock Haven ahead left to right. Long pass towards the middle. Taken away by the road team. Here comes King on the move with the whistle. Just under 6 to play. 1-0 Long Island. Lock Haven in some real danger here. Long Island right to left. Upfield, here come the visiting Sharks on the right side, and whistle with Emily Robb defending, Bell on the outside. 5.5 minutes remaining. This one really running out of opportunities for Lock Haven, a team that went to overtime in 4 of its last 5. Goal is right now just to find a way to get it near the goal, get a few more opportunities. Lock Haven has been backed up to its own end for the last few minutes. Brathwaite chugs up the middle. She passes towards the middle for Amy Stevens, and Stevens can't get it. Here comes Long Island after the breakup by Klein Holt. Far side, Lock Haven gives chase. Robb gets to it. She gets to take it out of bounds. Passes up the sideline. There are no Bald Eagles in the vicinity, but then at the last moment, Stevens can come get it. Lock Haven with a chance left to right. Amy Stevens. Already a couple goals on the season for the freshman. She inches towards the Long Island net, and she chops it down there. Long Island wanted a whistle, didn't get it. Now Lock Haven gets the call, which is good for the home fans. Starts with Sexton. She backs up towards the right corner, doesn't give herself much of an angle. Kicked away by the goalkeeper, Valise, and now taken by Long Island. Ruiz fires it out of play. Now 4.5 to go. Karina Long here for Lock Haven. Chances really limited now. Lock Haven still without a goal, and that doesn't help. Gives it away to Olton. Caitlin Olton now gets around to several Bald Eagles and taps it towards her sister, Sarah Olton. Lock Haven looking for a breakup in its own zone, still struggling to do so, but a pass is off target with Brackmans. Sarah Olton tried to locate Emma Brackmans, but neither could connect. Under 4 to go. Lock Haven in its own side. Ruiz looking for this ball that's on the ground, and it's wedged between her stick and Palma's. Jasmine Palma for Lock Haven gets it. Here's the freshman. Long pass ahead. It's Kyla Brathwaite on the move. Passes towards the middle. Playing a 2-man game with Palma. Looking for space towards the middle. This ball rolls towards the net. Now back to Palma out in front. Now she tries to pop this one in the air, and there's a whistle. 3.5 to go. Lock Haven still without a goal. Time ticking. Lock Haven, left to right. Gets it after Long Island clears. Long Island gets the benefit of Neve Sexton and Karina Long in tight quarters, not connecting in play. Windy day, you can probably hear it a little bit through our crowd mic with under 3 minutes to go. Long Island trying to close out this game. 1-0 lead, courtesy of a third quarter goal from Caitlin Olton. Long Island up the near side. Moves upfield and gets a self-start. Now it is Olton on the near side. Looks for Emma Brackmans. Brackmans, the sophomore from Belgium, tries to get around Taylor Plouse, and she cuts off her angle. Nicely done. Plouse pass towards the middle. Off the stick of Karina Long, Lock Haven still fights for it, and Palma wins it. That was a tough maneuver by her. Now she tries to work upfield, slips for a second, but gets a self-start. 2:15 to go in this game, 1-0 Long Island. Lock Haven needs a late goal, and now advances towards midfield. New ball being given to Kyla Brathwaite of Lock Haven, senior midfielder. Whacks it back towards the middle. Here comes Plouse up ahead. Lock Haven passes far side. Robb passes up towards the left. It's Farley, Mackenzie Farley with the stop-and-go move, trying to create space and advance towards the goal. Doesn't have room, and there's a whistle. 1:47 to go. Have to wonder if Lock Haven pulls the goalkeeper, Joaquina Orlandini, at some point. Have to watch out for that with time ticking. Palma towards the middle, looking for an angle, and doesn't have anyone towards the middle as she tries to center it, and Ruiz just sends one out of play far side. Lock Haven in enemy territory looking to strike. Under 2 minutes to go. Robb passes opposite end. Amy Stevens tries the workaround move and doesn't have space there. It's a Lock Haven self-start. Orlandini's still in goal for Lock Haven. And LHU trying to keep track of a loose ball. Sexton does, and she fires towards net. It goes through, but there's a whistle blown before she shot that. First ball to go through the net today for Lock Haven, but no goal. Orlandini still in goal for Lock Haven. Very interesting. Have to wonder when or if Pat Rudy will take her goaltender out. Lock Haven near side, down 1-0. 50 seconds to go. Here goes Long, approaching the goal. Pass in close, broken up by a few blue shirts. Sexton trying for this ball near the end line, and there's a whistle. Now they're saying play on. Sexton looking for space, doesn't have it. Trying to fight for this ball. There's under 30 to go. Everybody contending for it, and now there's a whistle in there, and this is a penalty corner with the time stopped at 24 seconds. Lock Haven, a real chance to tie this one and send it to overtime. See what happens as Lock Haven has gone to overtime in 4 of its last 5 games. Lock Haven gets its 4th penalty corner of the match. The first 3 came early. Here's Karina Long to insert. Lock Haven with an opportunity. Junior Rachel Feliz from Wayne, New Jersey, trying to block this one away for LIU. Brathwaite and Robb towards the middle for Lock Haven. Opportunity to tie it up, down 1-0. Long on the whistle. Brathwaite tees it up for Robb. Pass near side. Palma looking for the tie. Doesn't have room. Finally fires. It's off the side of the cage. 14 seconds to go. Let's see what happens if Lock Haven gets one more, and the Bald Eagles do. They huddle up one more time. 5th penalty corner. Chance for Lock Haven now to tie it up. One last gasp of air for the Bald Eagles. Still have their keeper, Orlandini, in the net there. Imagine she's not coming out. Here comes Long, pass middle, Brathwaite, here's Robb, fires, kick save, no good. It redirects out to Lock Haven. At the last gasp, Stevens pops it in the air and it goes awry. With 2 seconds left, Long Island wins it. The clock hit 0, 1-0 Sharks. Lock Haven loses at home. Run through these final stats, take you around the 8-10, then we'll get you on your way. But tough one for Lock Haven with chances towards the end. Just let Long Island hang around, and what a win for Coach Renee Savin. Her team gets its 2nd of the year and comes to Lock Haven, bounces back from Friday's loss to St. Francis. Late in the 4th in St. Louis, VCU up 2-1 there still. The other game that's going on late afternoon here, it's Davidson in Miami, Ohio. 4th quarter, Miami with the 1-0 lead over Davidson. Other games have gone final, UMass and Richmond, with the Spiders of Richmond bouncing back from Friday's loss here to Lock Haven. LaSalle and App State. That one went App State 1-0 final at home. And the interesting one, 2 ranked teams, Boston College and St. Joe's. And St. Joe's wins one for the A-10, 5-4 over BC. Lock Haven has to go to St. Joe's Friday, go to Philly. That'll be an interesting one for Lock Haven, as the Bald Eagles will have to bounce back from this loss to Long Island. 1-0 the final. One goal, it came from Caitlin Olton for the Sharks. Big thanks to everyone tuning in today. Enjoyed bringing you this field hockey game, and Lock Haven will try to regroup. Our next broadcast of Lock Haven University field hockey is in a few weeks, Sunday, October 13th, 1 p.m. here against Lehigh on the Bear Country Sports Network. So long, and have a wonderful rest of your weekend. We appreciate you tuning in.
This is Doug Spatafor, Lock Haven University Director of Athletic Communications and Marketing, and you're listening to LHU